okay, I just had a moment. Like, my brain's not fucking working. I think that's what's going. Like, I don't know. All I can think about is like accounting and economics and market baskets. Like, I needed to go. Basically, I was out all day and I was like, wow, I'm hungry. I don't want to go home and then have to cook. So I'm gonna go eat. And I'm alone. Like, today I was doing things alone, and that's fine. But anyway, so I went to eat. And I was alone, and that's fine. To me, that's, like, no big deal. Some people don't like to eat alone. I'm completely, like, okay with it. I went to this place called Pho Cadoa. Very good place. I love Vietnamese food, except for the fact that every time I eat pho, I feel like shit afterwards. But I always want it. But every time I eat it, I feel like effing crap. So I need to stop doing that because it's not good for me. There's way too much sodium in it. I'm so bloated right now. I'm gonna throw up. Anyway. I go in there with my wallet and my keys, right? Like the fucking normal thing, and my phone, right? The normal thing that the normal things that you carry around with you every day, right? On a daily basis, at least in America. So I went in, I sat down, I ordered my pho, and I'm sitting there, and I'm eating, and I'm like, let's check my wallet. I don't know, something came over me. I'm like, let's check on my wallet. So I opened my wallet, and I'm like, oh shit. First of all, a coin fell out. Anyway, I'm like, oh, I have $6 in cash. That's not good. But I probably have my credit card, right? I mean, my debit card, right? I look inside and I'm like, I don't have my debit card. So, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, shit, $6, this is not gonna pay for my meal. So, what do I do? I mean, have I been in this situation before? No? Yes? No. Yes, but when other people were there, so I could just ask them to pay for me and I'll pay them back. But now I'm alone, right? So I don't think this ever has happened to me when I was alone. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, fuck. And so kind of embarrassing, a little bit awkward, but it happens, right? So I think I chose a very mature manner to deal with things. And I called over my waiter. And I was like, hi, I'm broke. No, I said, I forgot my card, my main card. I don't know why I said main card, but I said, I forgot my main card in my car. And he's like, okay, you can go, after you're done, just leave your phone, and then you can come back and pay. And I'm like, okay, sir, I will do that for you. Thank you for not calling the police on me. He's like, yes. I'm like, yes. And we're like, good. And then I eat way too fast because I'm stressed, but that's okay. Actually, it's not okay but it's okay because I learned from it, and now I know not to be stressed and not to eat at the same time because now I want to throw up. But so he gives me my check. I'm done. I'm like, hi, I'm done. He's like, okay, check. I'm like, okay, phone. I leave my phone on the table. He's like, leave it on the table. I'm like, okay, I left it on the table. I'm like, is anyone gonna take it? He's like, no. I'm like, okay. Perfect. So I walk out of the restaurant and my car is parked like in a different mall parking lot. Does that make sense? There's like many malls in the area that I'm in, and Pho Cadoa, which is the restaurant, is here, and my car is like 2 blocks down. So I'm like walking really fast. It's fucking raining or whatever, like it's drizzling, you know what I mean? And I'm walking really fast and I'm like, okay, it's cold. I gotta get to my car. So I get to my car. And I'm looking around. I'm like, where's my card? Can't find my card. I did find cash in this bag though, so I was like, great, I have cash to pay with. So at this point I'm like, okay, fuck my card, but I have cash, so at least I'm not going to jail tonight. So I get the cash, right? I give him $1. Well, the bill's $10. I get out 11. I put it in my seat pocket, whatever the hell. I go to the restaurant in my car, park the car in the restaurant's parking spot, and then I go into the restaurant and I give him the cash, and I get my phone from my table and I say bye, and he says bye, and I yeet out of there. That was the experience. And then I come back to my car and I'm like, oh shit, my card. Where's my card? You know where my card was? in fucking here. That's my card, okay? Can you see that? I was looking in here because that's where my card usually is, and it was in here. I stressed out. I ate fast. I made an awkward moment. I brought attention to myself that I did not need, all for nothing. My card was in here. Guys, I don't, like, what the fuck? Like, why? Why? Shit. It's not, look, this is not that big of a deal. It's not big, it's really not. It would have been a big deal if, like, I didn't have cash, I didn't have a card, I couldn't pay, I ordered the food. That maybe would have been a little bit of a bigger deal. Even that could have been, you know, resolved in some way. But this isn't that big of a deal. I needed to tell you, and maybe you've learned something from my mistakes. And I guess the lesson of today is, or maybe the only lesson I will ever teach you, because I never post anymore, but that's a story for another day, is that check all your pockets in your wallet. I mean, literally everything. Like, I don't care if it's like this small, the pocket, just fucking look in there. It might have shrunk. Your card might have, like, broken half and it's in there, okay? So just, like, do that. Don't be dumb and say, oh, it's not here. Well, then it's not anywhere. So now we know, okay? I help you, you help me. Perfect. Subscribe.